Oh, hi.
Spellcasters and mages are the best class you can play in any game. Hello everyone, Logan from Mage here. Look, I'm pretty biased. I'm a magician. I've been a magician my whole life. I'm not a working magician. I'm not professional. I just choose not to. Also, I'm ugly. I love all things magic. Magic tricks, magic cards, magic markers, magic mic. Yeah? I tend to play magically in a game if I have the option. Since the dawn of time, magic has been, in lack of better words, the shit. The ancient druids, who were sages of history, nature, astronomy of the medieval ages, were said to be able to make an entire army sheath their swords if they said so. They knew what was up. Now, the mages I'm talking about are fictional. The mages, warlocks, wizards of fantasy video games. So, let's talk about my reasoning why playing the magic route is the best way to play any game. Let's start at the beginning. The OG wizard, Ganondorf, long before video games and D&D, this wizard was whipping up some arcane goodness in the pages of Tolkien's books. Sure, wizards have existed in literature and legends before, but Gandalf was the archetype for what we should probably consider the modern fantasy wizard. The hat, the beard, the cloak, the staff. But don't be fooled, because he's a beast. I mean, look how happy everyone is to see him. Fast forward a tad bit more to Dungeons and Dragons. Now, D&D takes a lot from many mythos sources, from Tolkien wizards to Lovecraftian cultists to even Arthurian legend. You could argue that D&D created the modern fantasy game model, which I think we can all say it's undisputed. In fact, D&D's impact is still felt to this day, and it still has a huge thriving community. But Logan, what are you getting at? What are you talking about? I'm talking about the modern day sorcerer in video games. The glass cannon, the deeps, the spellcaster, the badass, maybe. Shut up, bitch ass cat. Now, playing a caster involves risk, if you're playing the kind I'm talking about. In my opinion, the best mages are the glass cannon sort. They dish out tons of damage but can't take it very well. Also called the wet paper bag, the squishy, the clothy. Now, this isn't a bad thing. Having risk in a game makes it very rewarding to play. Everyone knows this. I mean, look at Dark Souls. You hear the cats? They're being insane right now. Shut up, kitty! Now, everyone knows this. Just look at the Souls game. Risk is everywhere, to the point of trolling. They're trolling you. They're just trolling you. But what does everyone say? It's one of the most satisfying games to progress in. When you finally make ground in any Souls game, Bloodborne, I haven't played Sekiro yet. I'm sorry, I'm garbage. But when you do make ground in those games, you'll notice that it's a triumph. You feel it. That's the role risk plays in games, and a lot of games should incorporate this more. A lot. So when you incorporate risk into the very class or character, it becomes very satisfying to play. That's why glass cannon spellcaster mages are really, really fun. Enough of that, let's just be honest, they have some of the most creative and unique spells and abilities in video games. Let's take World of Warcraft, for example. Mages can turn enemies into sheep, pigs, whatever. I had to close the cats in the room because they were being stupid. Now, mages have some of the coolest and most unique abilities in games. Let's take World of Warcraft, for example. The mages can turn enemies into a sheep, blink to teleport. They can create portals. they can encase themselves in a block of ice. In the Elder Scrolls, you can become a master of all the elemental magics. You can turn people to ash. In Dark Souls, if you go the sorcerer route, you can die. Now, when it comes to lore and role-playing games, I believe that mages and spellcasters have some of the most interesting stories. The College of Winterfell in Skyrim was a blast. The Kirin Tor in World of Warcraft has a long, lore-rich history. I mean, when we get down to it, the spells just look super cool. I mean, look at this. This. Jesus Christ, look at that. Jeez, what the fuck? Let's say an old man approached you in a bathrobe with a stick, yelling things you couldn't understand. You would probably laugh or call the police. You should call the police. Please call the police. But in a fantasy video game, you would be struck with fear, because you know underneath that ridiculous robe is a pair of giant nads full of magic goodness. Actually, this might apply to both situations. Sure, melee classes have sick armor sets and weapons and abilities, but put a warrior up against a frost mage. I will never forget Asmon. Double execute miss. Shame. Maybe because I'm a magician and I'm biased and I'm into that whole ancient forgotten knowledge thing. It's just, I like it. But I will end with this. You can't spell damage without the mage. I'm sorry. I suck! Thanks for watching, everyone. Go ahead and leave a like if you liked it, and let me know what you think in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Are you one of those melee class heathens? Shame on you. I'd like to know, because I genuinely believe that magic is the funnest way to play in a game. Not just because they tend to do a lot of damage, but because lore playstyles are usually really fun. But yeah, let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye.